Sure.
I'm sorry.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to The Name Is at the End, episode 6 or 9. We're not really sure anymore.
I think it'd be like 7 or 9 now.
7 or 9?
Like 7 of 9.
7 of 9.
From Star Trek.
Oh, I thought it was 69, like Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
It's kind of like that a little bit.
A little bit.
That's a little bit.
But anyways, we're here. We're back. I had a little bit of a hiatus last week because I was in Texas visiting some friends, which was an awesome time, by the way. Who am I here with?
Dustin.
And I, of course, am Trevor.
I'm always here, though.
He is always here, and the light is always on.
Because I live here.
Yes.
And I'm not very energy conscious.
No, not at all. Actually, if anything, I'm pretty sure you're burning tires in your backyard right now.
I do. I actually do.
Yeah, when Dustin smokes outside, he's got a can of Aquanet, and he's just spraying it into the air while he's smoking a cigarette. Yeah, he's not a very green person. The only green he knows was back in college, and it was in a bowl. Yeah. But anyways, we're back. We got a little bit of an agenda. Not so much. I mean, we're kind of like shooting from the hip these past couple of days, mostly because we've been really busy. I've been doing college classes and shit like that. Dustin, of course, he lives the life of a rock star.
I get up at like 4:30 every morning, and I go to work, and I just work my fucking ass off all day. And then I'm taking a class tonight, or like I'm taking a class at night, so I don't get done with that till 6 o'clock. And I fucking just, like every day, dude, I get home at like 7 or later, and all I do is crack open a bottle and drink and make dinner and go to sleep.
Nice. My day consists of I put on a charade from 6:30 in the morning until about 9 o'clock in the morning, and then I go home. Well, actually, I go work out with Mike because that's what we do.
Mike's on a date, so he's not here tonight.
Yeah, the traitor. Anyways, but I wake up in the morning, put on my little charade, my monkey suit or whatever, come back at around 9:30, 10 o'clock, and do some homework, and then I fucking take a nap. And wake up whenever and occasionally do things like domestic chores or read. I actually do a lot of reading. Gotten into audiobooks lately. That's fucking awesome. Yeah.
Like what kind of audio? Like fiction? Or
Actually, the current audiobook that I'm listening to is called Blink, How to Think Without Thinking. It's a pretty interesting book. It's actually by, here, let me look up the author. Gladwell, I think is his last name.
Bobby Gladwell?
No, it's not Bobby Gladwell. Malcolm Gladwell. It's a pretty interesting book. I mean, it kind of talks about like the psychology of, gut intuition. So it's pretty cool.
Maybe was it like you and Johnny Hopkins toking that shit up?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Every day.
Yeah, me and Johnny Hopkins were toking that shit up every
You
day.
don't know a Johnny Hopkins. Yeah, I do. It was me, Johnny Hopkins, and Sloan something. Because I don't remember.
I used to smoke weed with John Hopkins.
What were we going to talk about tonight? Because, I mean, we talked about it earlier, and then fucking I got distracted. It was like a piece of lint on the floor or something.
You did your normal thing where you started listening to music, and then you turned on Primus, and your head went somewhere else.
Mostly to the racetrack.
Well, I can talk about my trip in Texas. I went to Dallas to visit a friend of mine, Nicole. Shout out to Nicole. Again.
Hey, girl, hey.
Hey, girl, hey. You're my desert rose. And
Dallas is not in the desert.
No, I know it's not.
Not even close.
Well, Frisco's kind of like in the outskirts of Dallas. In the
it's still not a desert.
I know it's still not a desert. That's like southern Texas. I got it, man.
Okay. Sorry. She could be your desert rose.
Just go with the expression.
Yeah.
Anyways, shout out to her dad too, Dennis. Love this dude. He goes in the hero folder. Like he literally is like a dreamer, and he lives that shit every day. Like I admire this man a lot. Anyways, so I went out there for the week, and basically I gave Nicole free reign of all the activities that we'd be doing. So what did she pick? She picked rock climbing and spelunking. And those of you who don't know what spelunking is, it's like crawling through tight little spaces in a dark cave.
It's just cave exploring in general.
Yeah, it's cave exploring in general. But this particular cave is in Sonora, Texas, and let me tell you, like you can look it up on YouTube. They have some videos.
Google it.
Yeah, it's worth a Google. But it was an amazing experience. If you ever get the chance to go out to Sonora, Texas, and check out Caverns of Sonora, I highly recommend this tour. It's called the Wild Tour. It's about $125 a person. Well worth the experience. I mean, definitely something that's going to be like, I remember until I get Alzheimer's, which should probably be in the next 10 years. So, yeah.
When I was little,
Uh-huh.
I never could say the word Alzheimer's correctly, so I used to call it old timers.
Old timers disease?
Yeah, which is fairly appropriate.
Yeah, it is fairly appropriate.
Considering
At least more like it's the Alzheimer's disease.
it's the disease of all time.
Yes. It's more like the disease of losing time. Like every day's a new day.
Yeah.
I look in the mirror and it's a new person every day.
Who do I want to be today?
Exactly.
Speaking of who I want to be today.
Who do you want to be today, Dustin?
Oh, my name's Dave, and I work
Grohl?
for. Yeah. No.
Are you the best?
No, I was
the best.
around. Nobody's ever gonna keep me down. Anyway, so my buddy Heath and I used to go out and drink a bunch, like, you know, meet new and exciting people and things like that.
Uh-huh.
And so we used to come up with, like, we were gonna be pretend people, and it was like a game we would play with people's emotions mostly.
Nice.
And so his thing is he worked at Waste Management, and I was a firefighter. Now, luckily, I watched enough episodes of Rescue Me that I can
speak the lingo.
I can hold my own in a conversation about firefighting.
Nice.
And I'm crazy enough that I can lie without batting a fucking eyelash.
I think that's a talent that both you and I have. Like, I can deadpan lie. Well, I deadpan lie all the time when I go to work. Cause
Oh my god! Oh my god! There's like, and the worst part is like half the time, like your boss knows, like he
Yeah.
knows you're lying, but you say it with such fucking conviction
and confidence.
that like that lie has become your reality.
Yeah.
And I mean, I did that like 5 times today.
Yeah.
Somebody was asking me about what I thought about pull-ups, and then they gave me a.
So, bro, what do you think about pull-up?
Yeah, they asked me if I thought like a dead hang pull-up or a kipping pull-up was harder, like which required more effort, right? But instead of using the word effort, which if you were a student of physics, which I never was outside of Wikipedia,
Yeah.
there's effort and then there's work and then there's energy produced and energy used.
Expended, yeah.
Yeah. So one of my bosses was standing up in front of a crowd talking to people about how a kipping pull-up, which for those of you who don't know what that is, like where you swing your legs and give yourself some momentum to help get your chin over the bar.
Yeah, it's really just the efficiency of motion. That's really what it is.
Yeah, it is. So she was talking about how it's the same amount of work because you're covering the same amount of distance. And, you know, but what she failed to realize was, but she even admitted that you create more power by creating momentum. And I had to explain to her in front of a group of about 100 people that just like the very fact that you mention that you are creating power from momentum. Yes, the same amount of work is applied to cover the distance to get yourself over the bar,
Right.
but the amount of energy expended is different.
Yeah.
And she just couldn't do it. So, you know, it basically boiled down to, okay, look here, motherfucker, do 20 dead hang pull-ups.
Yeah, right now.
Oh, I can't do it. Do 20 kipping pull-ups. Oh, I can do it. All right, next fucking question.
Yeah, exactly.
This argument is over.
Yeah. You're
Which one's harder? You just fucking proved my point.
Well, yeah, and on the subject of pull-ups, I mean, for a dead hang pull-up, I mean, basically you're isolating a particular muscle group, whereas with kipping pull-ups, you're actually using your full body's range of muscle groups, like your abs. You're using your legs because in order to kip, you actually have to bring them up, and then you're using that momentum from your whole body launching, or swinging rather, to pull yourself over the bar. So you're actually diminishing the amount of work that is required of that muscle group, like your lats and your triceps, and using your whole body to do the work. But anyways, back to Texas.
Yeah. Welcome to the fucking We're Here to Pump
You up
podcast.
Yeah.
Like, Jesus, man.
Yeah.
If you guys have ever watched this on a live show, like, I know a lot about exercising, but I damn sure don't practice what I preach. at all.
Yeah, I mean,
As evidenced by
both of us, man.
the 20 beers you watch me consume in one episode, and fucking half a pack of cigarettes.
Right?
Texas.
Yeah, so Texas. Yeah, the spelunking was fucking awesome. I definitely recommend the Caverns of Sonora. Great experience. I'm actually planning on going back with Dennis, Nicole's father, and we really want to record like a video of the entire tour. Because I mean, at the end of the tour, you have about a 45-foot rappel into this thing called the Pit, and that was really fun. And the other thing that we did was rock climbing. Now I've like done some really basic rock climbing. Like I didn't actually have to tie my own rig. Like I had the harness and everything, but I mean, like I was on the kiddie walls at some freaking climbing gym just as an experiment or whatever. I think it was like some team building, like physical training. Anyways, like I would not consider myself a rock climber by any stretch of the imagination. So on Tuesday of last week, Nicole takes me to the climbing gym with her friend Josh, and they're like, "All right, well, we're just gonna see where you're at." And they started me off with bouldering, and that like lasted about 10 minutes. And they're like, "All right, I think you got the idea." And
you went from like never having done serious rock climbing to bouldering.
Yeah, to bouldering.
All right.
Yeah. Basically, the guidance was try and pick the holds on the wall that are the most uncomfortable and see how far you can make it across the wall. Granted, I made it across the wall, but I was not happy about it.
Nor should you have been.
I was sweating and pretty uncomfortable. But regardless, the first climb they had me do was one of the moderate, I guess they call them the green climbs or whatever. I guess they're color coded. And it was about, I think, like 100 feet up. Something like that. They're in these old grain silos. This climbing gym, which it used to be called Stoneworks. I can't remember what it is now, but I'll post the link to their website.
Tapworks. It's called Tapworks.
It's not called Tapworks. That's where we drink beer.
That's a bar.
That's a bar
in Oklahoma City.
Yeah, but I'll post the link to the name is at the end Facebook page, and you guys can check it out if you're in Texas and you want to go and do some rock climbing. I mean, they're a really great place. The owner or the guy that was working in the front was really knowledgeable and really friendly, and so they threw me on this other one, which is a more moderate green, and I had some issues getting up on the wall, not getting it up.
Come on, man. Come on.
Yeah. But so we did those two climbs. I mean, Nicole did 2 climbs, and then Josh, I don't know if Josh actually climbed at all. I can't remember. I think he was just on belay, just kind of seeing where I was at. But the following day on Wednesday, I think it was Wednesday. Yeah, it was Wednesday, or something like that. I'm losing days here, but we went to this place called Reimer's Ranch, which is a great place. I mean, it's got a river at the bottom of it, and it's just like big canyon in the hill country of Texas. Like I didn't even realize Texas had beautiful places like this. Granted, it's a giant state, but I mean this place was surreal in how it looked. I did not even feel like I was in Texas. But it had walls along the whole side, like these big stone walls, and some really awesome climbs. And from Nicole's perspective, and also from Josh's perspective, because he joined us as well, they did not throw me on the beginner stages of climbing outside. And even Dennis remarked that he didn't start climbing outside on the walls until like maybe a year and a half of being in the climbing gym. So the fact that I just kind of like attacked this shit and pretty much succeeded was pretty impressive, and I had a great time. I had no idea what I was doing. I was like, "You want me to make it to the top of that? All right." And just kind of went with it.
You just kind of somebody's like, "Hey, you got to drag this ship over mountain." You're like, "Well, fucking, I guess so." I mean,
yeah, so, I gotta twist my arm about it.
Yeah, nobody tells me what to do, but I'm gonna do it.
Yeah,
just to show you that I.
Well, there was one climb where I reached the top, and I'm like, I say, "Fuck you, mountain! Fuck you, mountain!" Yeah, it was a pretty interesting climb, but I had a great time. I mean, Texas is definitely one of my favorite states now.
Yeah, a lot of people don't give Texas the credit it deserves.
Mostly because there's too many. Well, at least where we are, and the people from Texas that we meet, they aren't what I would consider the intellectual elite that come out of Texas.
Not the intellectual foundry.
Yeah,
of
the foundry. Yeah, they are not the intellectual foundry of Texas. They are more of like the gerbils on the fucking, what is that, the hamster wheel. Yeah, they're the hamsters on the hamster wheel from Texas.
Oh no, Karen's here.
Oh, Karen loves God.
Sorry, man. I was listening to Jim Jeffries earlier today, and I was thinking about like, so it got brought up to work today that I apparently lack all decorum, and I don't even know prim and properness.
Your sense of social graces is lacking.
Yeah, well, and then they told me that, and I said, well, I'm not big on social graces.
But I got friends in low places. Let me fucking tell you, man.
Yeah, and then I pulled out a flask out of my pocket, and they were like, "What the fuck are you doing? You can't drink right now. It's 10:30 in the morning." And I was like,
I'm staying hydrated.
"Hydrate or die."
Is that water? Fuck no, I never touched the stuff. Fish fucking it.
It's all true.
It's all true.
Yeah.
But anyways, that was my experience in Texas. Again, really great time. Really great time. Again, thank you, Nicole, and thank you, Dennis. You guys are awesome.
Awesome sauce.
Awesome sauce. And then, of course, there's like the days of like just hanging out in jammies and drinking Jack Daniels, which always works. With Skirtles, also known as Skittles.
What? Skirtles?
Yeah, like Ermagerd, Skirtles.
I got a bag of Skirtles in my locker at work.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
It's just been chilling. Every so often I'll like walk by and like get a handful.
Rainy day.
Yeah. It's my rainy day fund.
Rainy day Skirtles. But yep, that was pretty much it. That was pretty much it. And it was good.
What are you drinking?
Right now, actually, it's pretty damn tasty, man.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I know. Thank you, Dustin. What I'm drinking right now is some Grey Goose L'Orange.
L'Orange.
Because it's from France, je parle français. Un peu.
Un peu.
But what I'm drinking is Grey Goose L'Orange with about 3 parts. And the first part is the vodka, obviously. Second part is Welch's grape juice. And the third part is Sierra Mist Lime. And it's all in equal measure.
It's Diet Sierra Mist.
Diet Sierra Mist. But it's all in equal measure, and it's actually really, really tasty.
Yeah. That was the name is at the end mixology segment of the week.
Yeah. Try it out. Also, I did create a drink at Leo's Lounge, also known as Piero's on Ramsey. It's called Hazel Dream, and it's almost like an Irish nut, but instead of using Bailey's, they use Godiva chocolate.
Come on, man.
Because she ran out of fucking Bailey's. Like, well, if you don't like it, I'll just chuck it and make you a White Russian. I'm like, Carol Ann, thanks, but I'll drink this and I'm gonna name it for you.
And what did you name it?
Hazel Dream.
A Hazel Dream.
Yeah.
Chick
drink. I plan on making it for girls and then sprinkling it in sprinkling roofies in it, and then passing her off to the nearest dude who's uglier than me.
That's fucked up. Wait. So that's not hard?
Yeah.
Well, somebody's confident.
Yeah.
In their.
I'm a damn good-looking guy.
Well, whatever helps you sleep at night, friend.
I don't sleep at night. Sleep is for the weak.
I wait.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm not sleeping. I'm just waiting.
My teacher asked me to describe my dreams and stuff, and I was like, "Oh, you mean like in life?" She was like, "Yeah." So I told her that my lifelong dream is to move down to the beach and work part time at a surf shop and like live in like a 1-bedroom house.
No, I see you living in one of the lifeguard shacks that's abandoned.
Yeah, and like smoking pot and just like waxing boards. And
what are you doing, Dustin? I'm waxing a board, bro.
I'm just waxing a board, bro. And then she was like, "Well, what about like when you sleep? What do you dream about?" And you've known me long enough that you know that we don't talk about what I dream about.
We don't talk about Dustin's dreams. Imagine the horrible tunnel during Willy Wonka. Magnify that to the 10th power. That's Dustin's regular dreams, not the bad ones, the regular ones.
That's just like a normal night for me. So I told her, I was like, well, her name's Alsu.
Oh,
yeah, I told her, I said, Alsu, I don't dream. And she was like, what do you mean you don't dream? And I was like, well, because I don't sleep. And she was like, well, do you have problems sleeping? And I said, no, I wait. Clearly a Chuck Norris joke, but she is not from here, so she didn't get it. It was a fairly humorous bit in class.
Yeah. I'm sure some of your other friends got it.
And I also asked her how to say cougar in Russian.
Nice. Nice.
And she was like, it's a cognate, it's cougar. And I was like, oh, okay, thanks. Then it got really awkward.
Yeah, I bet. For all of you who don't know, Dustin's teacher is a cougar.
She's smoking hot.
Smoking hot. For a 54-year-old, hell yeah.
Hey, 52.
Whatever, 52.
50-something.
Listen, if I met her in a bar, I'd be like, oh, you just applied for Social Security? Can I get your number?
What up, girl?
What up, girl? Oh, you got kids? Oh, they're out of the house already. Perfect.
And they're older than me?
Perfect. Listen, the only thing I ask is you make me some Ovaltine before bed and you tuck me in, okay?
Read me Green Eggs and Ham. It is not a Russian fairy tale. I know, it's Dr. Seuss. Read it to me, you commie. She is actually a socialist.
Is she really?
Yeah, like professed.
That's sad. Well, we're socialists by trade. Every day that I go to work, I could literally sit in the bathroom and masturbate for 8 hours a day, and I'd still get paid the same.
If anybody wants to know what's wrong with socialism, look at the military.
Exactly.
Hey, so that was your trip to Texas.
Yeah, man.
What else were we going to talk about?
Well, I heard last week you and Mike were talking about like blowjobs and dating and shit.
We tried.
Oh, we tried.
Mike talked about dating. I thought I had a blowjob story, but I actually didn't talk about blowjobs at all. I talked about peeing on a floor.
Oh, wait,
with
another one?
Tammy number 2.
Wait, you peed on Tammy number 2's floor?
Yeah.
I'm confused now, because I know you peed on Tammy number 1's floor.
Oh. It was Tammy number 1, I'm sorry.
Oh.
It all just, my like past 2 years have kind of all just been like one kind of blur.
You need to have more of those, what do the alcoholics call it? Moments of clarity.
I have lots of clarity.
Yeah, I'm sure. Anyways.
Yeah,
Anyway.
It didn't really go anywhere.
Oh.
I mean, we tried to talk about it, and it just like kind of fizzled out into Mike's like, yeah, I got like 20 different dates with like 30 different women, and
I think Mike's trying to fill a void by filling some chick's void.
It kind of comes off that way.
Because he's on a date right now, and I'm like, hey, you should come record this podcast with us because you're one of the hosts. And since Eric is out because he's off playing with his nerd friends, it's just
he had volunteer fire department practice tonight. Oh, it's Friday.
Yeah, it is Friday.
Friday Night Magic is tonight.
Yeah.
Oh. Guess we missed out on that. We got a whole shitload of magic cards right there.
We do.
I can see where this night's gonna wind up.
Exactly.
Fucking nerdgasm.
Listen, for as good looking as I am, I do like playing Magic the Gathering.
I got nothing. I got nothing. I had something for this. Wait. No. I was talking to somebody. I can't remember who it was. I was hanging out with somebody. I mean, this has been within the last couple of months, and it was a girl. No big deal. Right. Turns out I talk to them sometimes, and she like plays Magic, and she like wanted to play Magic and stuff. The bad thing is that I don't remember who it was. So,
was it what's her name? We saw her at the 90s party. 90s party. She was with some dude. Eric brought her over here that one time.
Allie?
Allie, yeah.
No, it wasn't Allie.
Played Magic
maybe it was Allie.
I thought she played Magic the Gathering, bro.
I can ask her.
I don't know.
But we had a list of things to talk about. I can't recall what was next.
Oh. Well, I can honestly say that even though I took my little hiatus, which most of you who know me personally kind of saw on like Facebook and all the other social networks, that I was like MIA for an entire week. The blog is going well, which is awesome. I've been writing up a storm. Actually, today we were sitting in briefings all morning, and I just took it as an opportunity to kind of write a little thing and then post it, because the hell else am I going to do? Listen to sexual harassment briefings? And
yes.
Oh my god, dude! Seriously, like
the sexual harassment stuff is getting out of control.
It is. It's getting out of control. And the thing is like all the videos that they show you. All right, so let me set this up for you guys. In the military, there's a big problem with sexual harassment. Got it. Okay, that part it makes sense. It's a problem. However, at the same time, all the videos that they show you is like these young 20-something kids, which I'm a middle-aged 20-something kid, but they're getting like shit-faced in a hotel room, and obviously one guy's like feeding this girl drinks and is like, you know, being all up on her and whatnot. And the one thing that like never makes sense to me is why we never address the context of the situation. We address the problem. We address, you know, the effects that it has that are negative. We like, you know, we look at all of the things besides the context. Now, if you don't want to be a part of a situation, like if you put yourself in harm's way and stay there, which having a party and going out and, you know, being with like your pals or your unit or whatever is fine. But you got to do a little bit of recon on the type of people you're inviting to those things. Like, I don't think me and Dustin have ever had a party where like we had shady ass motherfuckers there.
There was one
parties where there's shady ass motherfuckers there, and we usually promptly leave.
We had a thing at my house about a month ago, and some dude had a Honda Civic that I guess he had done a bunch of like tuner work to, and he wanted to like race me for titles, and I was like,
suck my cock.
Yeah, like, no. Like, first of all, I doubt that your fucking Honda Civic is faster than my M Roadster.
Right.
Second of all, if it were, you think I'm going to give up a $24,000 car?
Fuck no.
That I just bought to, like, fucking, I don't know, dick measure? Like, if you want to do that, let's just fucking whip them out right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Because yours is way bigger than mine.
Yeah, well...
It's like a half roll of dimes.
Mine's more like a third of a roll of quarters.
I mean, it's the girth, right?
It looks like a shiitake mushroom followed by 2 acorns smashed into a bird's nest.
I got nothing.
I know.
Again.
But again, with the sexual harassment thing in the military, like, that whole spiel, like, we never address the context, bro. We're never like, hey, girls, stop going to parties where shady assholes are. Or... bring your man-hating friend who's obviously going to, like, cock-block this dude so that someone can run defense and you can get shit-faced with, like, carefree.
We also never give credit where credit is due.
True, we don't.
Like, if somebody is a whore, not saying that all women are whores, but...
We've worked for one, couple, several. I've worked for at least 4.
Yes.
Yeah.
Also true. I only worked for one. I worked with several.
Yeah, I've worked with a lot more than several.
I did some work for one.
Yeah?
Ladies.
Did you tile her bathroom?
Yeah. And
Really?
I did a lot of yard work for her. And
God, did that pay off?
yes.
Oh.
And dividends.
Congratulations.
If it were a 401k, I could probably retire right now. But then that market promptly crashed. So now I'm living in the poorhouse again.
The instability of the pussy economy.
Oh. The instability of the pussy economy is actually a very, very serious topic.
It's a very real thing. I'm actually writing my dissertation on it, the collapse of the pussy economy.
So, I mean, you know, like they say when it rains, it pours. But whenever it doesn't rain, I may as well be living in fucking Pahonix, Arizona. You mean Phoenix? No, Pahonix, the capital of Arizona.
Yeah.
It's not the capital of Arizona.
No.
I think it's Flagstaff.
Yeah, something like that.
But yeah, so fucking.
I was gonna make a joke like when it rains, it pours. Like, well, if it's pouring, you should probably put a bucket under it and send her to a doctor. Oh.
Make sure you take care of yourself, ladies.
Please do. Oh God, there's nothing worse than that. Like, again, with the sexual harassment thing, we're talking about like unwanted sexual touching. It's like the nose is also a sexual organ because if I smell it and I don't want to touch it with anything else on my body, that's like the first line of defense.
If my remote smells bad the next day because I decided to watch some television afterwards,
oh,
you got problems.
Yeah.
You might want to use some wet wipes.
You want me to put what where?
What? You want me to put what where? What?
What?
Come again?
I'm gonna do some twerk on that twat.
Oh. Hey, get back to twerk. I've been at twerk all day. I'm exhausted.
So much twerk. All the twerk. God.
Oh, what? How much time are we at?
Right now we're at 30 minutes. I mean, we're doing good.
Oh,
I mean, we
I'm exhausted.
You're exhausted?
I'm exhausted. Look at me.
Well, this is longer than I normally last. Usually it's like, 2 minutes of twerking and and then about 25 minutes of crying.
Hey, look, so I got a story.
All right, go for it.
I have a story.
Yes. Tell us a story, Wendy lady.
I was talking to somebody.
Okay. Does this person have a name, or are we not going to say names?
This person
has a name.
This person's name is at the end.
Oh, okay.
Oh. See what I did there?
Rim shot.
And, rim shot.
Is that what she gave you?
No, she didn't.
Okay.
Anyway, so the subject of twerking came up.
Got it.
And I like twerking.
Yeah.
I like it when Miley Cyrus does it. I like it when strippers do it. I like it when just about anybody does it. I even do it on occasion. As in, literally all night I've been twerking.
At random places in
your house. Like, I just kind of sometimes, a song I like comes up, if it's, a Pixies song.
Yep.
And it's like, Here Comes Your Man. And I'm like, yeah. Because ladies want nothing more than their man twerking.
Right.
So I was talking to this girl. And,
minute twerk.
Minute twerk.
Minute twerk.
And she told me that she has a twerk sex move. What? I know, right?
What?
So it's so she's on top, right? She's on top.
Okay.
And
the Catholics just lost us.
Yeah. So sorry, Catholics. I haven't been to confession. Father, it's been 15 years since my last confession. Father strikes up a fucking cigarette and is like, "Go ahead, my son." You hear a beer open up on the other side.
Father, are you drinking right now?
No. It's canned water.
Yeah, it's holy water in a can.
Yeah.
The new brand by Bald Monk.
But so she's like, "Oh yeah, I can't wait to show you my twerk sex move."
Oh.
Yeah, and so that never happened.
Seems legit.
That clearly fell through. Otherwise, you and I would not be doing this right now.
Obviously.
I would be getting.
Oh.
No. Oh.
Interesting.
Oh, all the pieces there has to come together.
So when you say it fell through, it kind of fell out of a plane.
It kind of I don't think it fell out of a plane yet, but it's going
It's
to.
gonna fall out of a plane.
But that kind of narrows our options.
Yeah, it does.
Anyways is not a word, motherfucker. It's anyway.
Any way you want.
Hey, Allie does play Magic.
I knew it.
She said The Gathering, and I was like, "What? Hey, girl, hey."
Hey, girl, hey.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Anyway, twerking sex move. I'm very excited about it. If I don't get to experience this twerking sex move, I expect you to experience this twerking sex move. And
no.
And
you were already peddling that shit like a snake venom fucking salesman.
I snake oil salesman.
Whatever.
Snake oil, not venom.
Snake oil salesman.
Snake oil is different. It's distilled venom.
Oh, my bad.
I think. I don't actually. I'm not Pentecostal.
I drink.
And if you're Pentecostal, you're probably not listening to this. So fuck off. And if you are Pentecostal and you're listening to this, then you should rethink all of your priorities in life, because
or at least your religion, anyways. Because
you guys are weird.
Yeah.
Women are allowed to wear pantsuits. It's okay. That's all. And cut your fucking hair. It's too long. Wear makeup. God damn it, you're not that pretty.
Yeah.
Hey.
Speaking of people with long hair, you know what I saw the other day?
Sprechen see people with long hair.
Yeah.
Who did you see?
My ex.
Which? Oh.
Yeah, the actual ex.
I see her all the time.
Do you really?
Yeah, every day.
Why?
Because she works across the hall.
Ew.
I know, right?
Ew. Yeah, she didn't actually talk to me, but I saw her.
Yeah, would you guys awkwardly stare at each other?
No, I was working in the big office.
Were you twerking in the big office?
I was twerking in the big office, and I guess they were coming in for a meeting or something like that, and it was just sort of this weird, awkward, oh hi.
I know we lived together for several years, but
yeah.
See ya.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I'm just not gonna acknowledge you exist. Oh, that's great. That's mature.
That's how everything with my ex-wife goes.
That requires her to talk as well.
Which is half the fucking battle.
Right?
I asked her to come over today, and she was like, "I can't. I'm babysitting." And I was like, "Really? That's the only reason? Not the 1,300 miles away that you live?"
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. When you roofie your wife, it's so you can have a conversation. It's all true.
Hey, it is true. I never roofied her.
No.
But I did, like, double up on her antidepressants one time.
Did you get really talkative?
No.
Oh, that's weird.
It shut her up even more.
That seems counterintuitive. I don't know. What else we got, man? What else we got?
So, we talked about your trip to Texas.
Yep. Awesome.
We recapped from last week. We gave our mixology lesson of the week.
Yep.
Did we talk about Hips Like Cinderella?
No.
Oh, that's...
Hips Like Cinderella. What is that?
That's from a Pixie song called Tame.
Okay. Go on.
It's on the speakers right now.
Oh.
You can't hear it because we're tired of getting fucking copyright notifications saying that we're
YouTube.
stealing music because we're a for-profit organization now. Although none of you poor broke dicks listen to us enough to
Actually pay.
to give us any fucking money.
How are we like a paid organization now?
I signed up for it on YouTube.
Oh.
Yeah, because like episodes like 3 through 5 got, I don't know, a couple hundred views each.
Nice.
Yeah, and then everybody just stopped.
YouTube money.
Yeah, YouTube money, like Macklemore.
Like Macklemore.
Like, I was going to sell out, but then I walked in the club like, what up? I got a big rock.
I got a big rock of cocaine.
I could go. Hey, you know what? You know what sounds good right now?
Cocaine.
A little bit of cocaine.
Well,
So if you're a listener to our show and you got a little bit of cocaine, not a lot of it, because then it's dangerous.
you're gonna bogart that shit because you only got a little bit left.
Yep. You are. Don't
People are like, hey man, get a little bit of.
get a little bit of something
Yeah,
for
you
me?
got a little bit of something.
A little bit of candy?
Little white pony. Like, oh no, bro, I'm totally tapped out. What are you doing right now?
I got an allergy problem.
my-
Do you have cats?
It's my sinuses.
You must have cats because
It's-
my nose is just all sorts of tickles.
It's my sinuses. I need my nasal medication.
I need my glasses. I can't see anything without my glasses.
I think there's blood in my stool.
Oh. I don't know, man. I didn't really have anything to talk about. I just, it's like Friday night.
Fuck it, dude. Hey,
Fuck it.
Hey,
YOLO swag.
Yeah, exactly. All the listeners with the names at the end, we're just here to fucking say hi, have a good time, have a few fucking drinks, talk to you poor broke dicks who are probably in the same position we are, and we love you for being broke dicks just like us.
I'm not actually poor.
Yeah, we're not really poor, but you know what? It's a figure of speech. Yeah, Mr. Homo over here. I'm a homo. I have an ex-wife and 2 kids. I'm a respectable Southern man.
I am a respectable Southern man.
What's the
Hey, hold on. Speaking of respectable Southern men, I want to talk about this.
Okay.
Are
Are you talking about my mom's Oklahoma boyfriend? What I
No,
told you about?
no, but I want to hear about him
Oh. All right.
on the air.
All right, so I saw my mom, who I actually haven't seen in almost like 2 years when I was in Texas. She lives in Blue Jacket, Oklahoma. So that was kind of like
The sprawling metropolis.
the sprawling metropolis, the city that never sleeps because the animals love to stay awake all night and reenact Silence of the Lambs because half of them out there getting fucked. True story. But anyways, my mom came down from Oklahoma. She was running an errand with her boyfriend or whatever he is, Alan. Alan, hey, what's up if you're listening to this? If you are listening to this, you should probably turn it off right now.
Turn it off, motherfucker.
Anyways,
or listen. And then Christmas is going to be super awkward.
Yeah, well, I'm not going there for Christmas. Anyway, yeah, she came down. She didn't even know that I was still in Texas. It took my sister, like her and my sister talking to be like, yeah, Trevor's still in Texas. He's hanging out with Nicole. And so I get this message like the day before she comes down. She's like, guess who's coming down to Dallas? Even though my mom doesn't sound like that. I was like, you are. So I meet her for dinner, lunch, whatever the hell it's called. I don't know. We ate at this place called the Whiskey Cake, which, by the way, if you ever go to, Plano, Texas?
Plan O, Texas.
Plan O, or as opposed to Plan B?
I call it Plan O,
Oh.
just to piss people from there off.
All right. There's a place called Whiskey Cake, and that place is awesome. And they have some of the best food ever, and great Pim's cups. If you ever have a Pim's cup, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't, and you see it on the menu, get it. Let me know what you think. So we have this dinner/lunch with Alan, my mom, Nicole, and I. Now, Alan is, I'm assuming, born and raised in Oklahoma, or Missouri, or one of those, somewhere in the surrounding area of Oklahoma. And the only thing that really stood out to me about this guy is how his perception of everything just seems to be like, I love living on my mountain. Give me my farm. I fucking hate cities. Leave me alone.
Which you compared him to me.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Allegedly.
Well, because he's a little bullheaded and a bit of an asshole. And I mean, come on, let's be honest.
Cassandra.
Same. But, you know. But I mean, the whole like, I got it. You're from the country. You live in the South. You like your ways. You're set in them like a tick. But you know, in a sense, it was kind of like I haven't seen my mom in 2 years, and the only thing that she got to see me for was maybe 2 hours. And I mean, just I don't know, dude. That was a little weird. Whatever.
Wait. Now listen. Not everybody from Oklahoma is weird. Just because we're antisocial.
Right.
We don't like the government.
Right.
The government.
The government.
And, we don't like crowds.
You don't like cities, really. Unless
You don't like
Oklahoma
big cities.
City.
Unless it's an Oklahoma City, which is affectionately referred to as the city.
The city. Because everywhere else is not a city.
No, it is. There's the city, and then there's Tulsa, and that's it.
And then there's Tulsa.
Who wishes they were in Missouri, but they're not, so fuck Tulsa. Anyway.
Which is funny because in Dallas, everyone calls Oklahoma Texas's addict. That's where we put all the things that we don't want anymore out of Texas.
Oh, yeah? You know what we call Texas?
What?
Oklahoma's sewer.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they all just kind of like...
Because that's where all of our shit goes.
Nice. And then it all filters down to Houston.
God. Houston is like the asshole of America. It's either there or fucking L.A. I don't know which one. Ugh.
So that's a close race there.
So,
anyways, go on.
I forgot my point.
About being antisocial, not liking the government.
Oh, respectable Southerners.
Respectable Southern men.
Well, not from the deep South. So there's a big difference, right? So there's people from like the southeastern United States, like from Georgia and the Carolinas and Alabama and Florida, and they're like, we're Southerners and nobody else is Southerners. Okay. I am from a state that is south of what I affectionately refer to as the education line. Everybody else learned it as the Mason-Dixon line. Right. Now, my state wasn't a state.
Everyone who's north of that line calls it the digital divide.
Yeah. And so people are like, you're not from the South. And I'm like, motherfucker, my cowboy hat and boots and the trucks that I drove growing up beg to differ.
Yeah.
And the fact that I drive out to the farm to go shoot fucking guns at old beat-ass trucks that are dilapidated and rusting apart begs to differ.
Right.
The fact that my state has the most farmable land of any state in the nation begs to differ with you.
Indeed.
Anyway, so I got told by somebody a couple of weeks ago that I was not an adult.
What'd that feel like?
Well, my immediate reaction was to flip my coffee table and huck it across the living room.
All right. Well, that's a typical Dustin reaction.
Yeah, to most things. But what I did is I put it in a little bit of perspective. I was told that I was not an adult.
Right.
And then I started looking at my life. I was like, well...
Which, in my perspective, and I'll just throw this out there, it's not a bad thing, but we'll get into that later.
I'm only 24. I'm a little bit younger than most of our listeners.
Yeah.
And,
or not really. I mean, a lot of our listeners are like right around our age or older.
Yeah, we're on the bottom end of the bell curve.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, well, you're right. I'm probably not an adult because...
You mean the best end of the bell curve.
Ladies.
Ladies.
So I'm a homeowner. I own 2 vehicles. I had 3, but I sold my truck last week.
And you regret every second of it.
I do regret every second of it. I mean, it's terrible driving a sports car every day. But so I got an ex-wife, 2 kids, 2 years overseas, 6 years in the military. I got a 780 credit score. You're right. I'm not an adult yet. I haven't arrived. So I just want to know that at what age you consider one to be an adult, because I don't put a number on that.
Right.
I put a life experience on it.
There you go. Boom. Because I had the same conversation. I'm like, oh, please, oh, this is me stealing from Mike again. But, oh, please regale me with the tales on how all of this used to be orange trees as far as the eye can see. Like, tell me the way things were back when you were young. But at the same time, it's like, age is a number. I have met 40-year-old men who are, like, immature children. Like, there is no point in time where someone suddenly becomes an adult. I know plenty of 14-year-olds who have been fucking put through the ringer by their family who are more mature than I am.
Yeah, that's true.
Exactly. So I don't think a number, an arbitrary fucking number and moment in time should dictate when somebody's an adult.
So when I get told by somebody 3 to 6 years older than I am that I'm not an adult, I had to put that into a little bit of context, like I said.
Right.
So I did a little compare and contrast exercise, and this person who told me that I wasn't an adult and I wasn't mature enough was, is 28 years old, between 28 and 32.
Yeah. Well, let's break it down into a checklist. Here's the checklist.
Lives at home.
Yeah. If you live at home,
and your car insurance rates have dropped.
Yes.
Because of your age.
Right.
And you don't have a career.
Right.
You have a job.
Yes.
You're still fucking waiting tables or bartending.
Yeah.
Not in school.
If you're
Fuck off.
Also, if you're waiting for that dare to be great situation, or or have this again arbitrary moment in time where you're going to start living your life, you are not an adult.
And you're too late.
Yeah. Well, at that point, yes, you are too late.
If you've been on this earth for almost 3 decades,
yeah,
and that hasn't happened to you yet, I'm sorry. Evolution dictates that you don't need to procreate.
Welcome to the bottom end of the bottom feeders. It's true, though, man.
And we will scoop you up and know we're not going to procreate.
No.
We'll attempt, but it's not going to happen.
There could be plenty of practice.
My pocketbook's
Us children need the practice.
My pocketbook's deep enough that I can keep you from procreating.
That's terrible.
No. I was talking about Trojans.
Nice.
Maybe. Or abortion. Smishmortion.
But yeah, at the same time, no number makes you an adult. It's true. Life experience makes you an adult.
Hey, Landon is at Cadillac Ranch.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Cool. Are we going?
You want to?
I don't do shit.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay.
Hey, thanks for listening. We're the name is at the end, and this is Dustin. And who am I with?
You're with Magical Trevor. Again, thanks all of you for listening. I mean, we really like doing this. Like, granted, some of us take a hiatus. Sometimes we have equipment difficulties, but this is a fucking hobby and we're not getting paid for it. So enjoy it while you can, assholes, because I don't know how long this is going to last.
Like probably longer than I will in bed.
Probably.
6 to 8, 9, 20 weeks. I don't know.
Whispering sweet nothings into her ear. T-minus 10, 9, 8. Oh no! And then promptly followed by crying.
So if you like what you listened to, or if you didn't like what you listened to, hit us up on the YouTube page, youtube.com/names at the end, or facebook.com/names at the end, or twitter.com/names at the end, or thenamesattheend.com. You can follow me on Twitter at Dr. Moscaro, and you can follow Trevor on
Twitter at TDeNicholas. You can also see me at my blog at The Leap In. That's www.facebook.com/The Leap In. And yeah, just check us out, man. Let us know what you think. Or just find us on Facebook. We're all fucking findable. And I don't know, that's a word.
Yeah.
Search.
You're able to find us.
Yeah, you can search for us and just fucking hit us up. Whatever. I don't care.
Oh, yeah, I don't care either.
Yeah.
If not, fuck you.
I talk to people.
What's up?
It was a Tuesday.
Okay, bye.
Bye.